Welcome to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question, what is love? Today we want to learn, is love attention? James V. Cordova, PhD at Psychology Today, says, attention is the most basic form of love. In his 2011 article entitled, Attention is the Most Basic Form of Love. The truth is, I had to give this particular love show some serious attention because I had put it on the back burner for a minute. And then, for some reason, when you put things on the back burner and you don't pay attention to them, it gets harder and harder to pay attention to them. I wrote a whole new show entitled, Is Love Truth? Only to find that I had already made a show entitled, Is Truth Love? And I had forgotten that I made that show, so I had to start all over from scratch. I had to totally regroup and give all of my attention to getting this new show written because I was already behind schedule by a full day. So, naturally, I had to stop what I was doing and do other stuff. And I had to postpone the show for a whole nother day because as I was rewriting, my husband comes in and says that he has to go to work and there's a guy coming to fix the sprinkler and he wanted me to listen for him and pay him. So, okay, we have a water issue on the property upon which my husband and I and our 3 children cohabitate. Okay, I can chip in and give this some attention, right? And as I await this guy, I write with vigor. I've got to get this done, right? Trying to put my attention into this love show, but yet my life just keeps coming at me from all angles because not only was I distracted by my husband, but then I got distracted by my daughters as well. So we proved in our very first episode that love is time. Time that we give to our loved ones. Is the love show my loved one? You might be my loved ones on the other side of the camera, but at this time, there's no one on the other side of the camera. So I can't really prioritize somebody that isn't actually there yet. So I stopped writing and I gave my attention to my actual loved one. And then I got a text from another loved one. It was my daughter. She had a minimum day, which I hadn't anticipated. Just it's a half day at school. And, so my attention goes to my daughter, and for a few minutes we banter back and forth about what she can and can't do after school. We come to an agreement, and I'm back to the love show. So James V. Cordova states in his 2011 article, attention is the basic food and water of a living, breathing relationship. Attention is how we nurture and feed. Attention is what we need and crave. Without intention, no relationship, no matter how strong, can survive for long. The roots of connection simply shrink and wither. So I did give my attention to my loved ones and my relationships. And it's working out. I got my moment to make the show today. Though I meant to do it yesterday. But things happen. And I account for life. I always try to make the show on Monday. I make sure it gets posted all over the place on Wednesday. So I try to make it on Monday so that I can post by Wednesday. So I give myself an extra day in there in case I don't make it, or the internet's being stupid, or something goes wrong. I have a couple of days to get it done. Thank God I do that. But that's giving a little bit of attention to the fact that I know I have a family. I know I have a life. I quit smoking, finally, after many years of smoking and many years of trying to quit. The one method that finally stuck, I quit 7 years ago as a solstice present to me and to everyone who loves me for winter solstice. So if you love me and you celebrate Christmas, it was a Christmas gift. If you love me and you celebrate Hanukkah, it was a Hanukkah gift. I celebrate solstice, so for me it was a solstice gift. And it was a gift, quite a gift. I've been tobacco-free for 7 years. That's quite some time. Well, I will be tobacco-free for 7 years this solstice in another month. It's exciting. I used to give a lot of thought and attention to tobacco and money that I really didn't have. That was a big reason why I quit too. I really couldn't afford it. It got really expensive. And now I don't pay attention to tobacco. I don't pay attention to the prices. I don't care. I think love is attention. Yes. But is love all of the things that we pay attention to? No. Should we pay attention to love more in life? Always. But maybe I did love tobacco. Maybe I shouldn't have. But maybe because I was paying so much attention to it, maybe it meant that I did love tobacco. And that's why I had to make that change. Should we pay attention to love more in life? Always. Should we prioritize love more in life? Always. But do we always? No. Too often, we do not. We proved in our necessity episode that babies need love to survive. When it comes to babies, attention and love go hand in hand. Babies need someone to love them enough to change their diapers, to feed them, to wash them. Babies, human babies, need love to survive. If someone doesn't give a human baby love and attention, the human baby doesn't survive. In this case, I would say love and attention are the same thing. Is love responsibility? Another love show, perhaps. Can we prioritize love? I think we should, and I do, I guess, to the best of my abilities, prioritize love. When it comes to children, I think love is attention, and when it comes to relationships, I think love is attention, yes. But when it comes to tobacco, no. I mean, non-living things, inanimate objects, are they love? Or do they need our attention? Do they need love? No. Not really. But maybe they do. The love show needed love, needed attention. It's not an inanimate object. I mean, it is an inanimate object, sort of an abstract thing. In our first episode, our very first episode ever, Love and Time, we proved that love is time. And I said if you spend a lot of your time at work with your boss, you might love your boss. So if you are giving all of your attention to work and no time to your family, you might love work or someone at work and not your family. Should we be prioritizing and putting family first? I did. I put my family before tobacco. I put the love show on hold for my husband and for my daughter. And again, for my other daughter, I had to take another text while writing. My other daughter was checking in. It's a half day. I had to put the show off for a day, a full day. Luckily, I can. But what about people like my husband who have to give their job attention if they want to keep it? Do they love their families less? No, not necessarily. It might come down to the employer. I think it would be healthy if every employer could just be sure to account for families. People have families. Families should be accounted for right off the bat. No one should have to work so much that they can't also have a life. It should be illegal to work someone so hard that they can't also have a family. Like to give a person an ultimatum, like, if you don't do this overtime, you don't have a job. You know, I'm not talking about like people who, have to go to work for their regular scheduled work. I'm talking about when you aren't there for dinner or you aren't there for anything for your family, like things that should be after work or before work, or the ultimatum thing, like if you don't do this overtime, you don't have a job. In some states, and in some cases, it's illegal already. But I think it's wrong, certainly, to do that to people, to pressure them into overtime or overworking to where they can't also have a balanced family life. You know, within reason. I'm not saying like we should all be allowed to run off every other day when we're supposed to be at work because, family issues come up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, extraneous work days that are over 8 hours or are over, the normal work week. But then there's people like my mother who are workaholics. And it isn't because someone's forcing them or giving them ultimatums. It's just because they're workaholics. And this is when it becomes a problem, when things get out of whack, because this is when love and attention have been misplaced and imbalanced. And when love is imbalanced, when love is not reciprocated, when love is not all encompassing, love is not love. I keep referring back to this Swami from the Zen of Love. It's on YouTube. I've been quoting him for the last 3 episodes. But he said that when love is not all encompassing, it is not love. So we should love ourselves as we love our loved ones, as we love our work, as we love our neighbors, as we love our planet, as we love our multiverse. We should give all of our attention to all of it. Is love balance? We seem to need balance in all of this love attention business and all of its dynamics, don't we? I think what I have learned here in all of this is to pay attention to what you love. And what you love is what you pay attention to. And pay attention to that. Make sure it's the same. Because someday, the people that you love may not be there to pay attention to. Without attention, no relationship, no matter how strong, can survive for long. Without attention, our relationships with people that we love end. If you don't go to work and give your employer attention, your relationships with them end too. So is love all attention? No. Is there negative attention? Sure. Is that love? No. I think what I found today is that love is the best of attention. Attention's highest aspirations. Love is attention. But love is the best of attention that you can get. And give. If you're going to get some attention, get love. It's the best kind. Love! I love you. Thanks for giving us some of your attention. A MililliStudios production.